Thank you for joining us once again. This is Explosion and this is Adwa TV as well. My name is Samuel Kusiapia and we have to continue our discussion with another sport, and it is something we have been following for the past few months. If you have followed us, you realize that para sports is one of the key areas we have keen interest, and so we have brought a lot of para athletes, and we continue to do so by way of supporting the sport and also discussing and exposing what para sport is. We have in the studios, of course, you have met Carlos Maida already, but we are also privileged to have a para track cyclist, and he also is a para ski racer. And in the person of Patrick Ifanga. Patrick, how are you doing?
Hi.
Thank you very much for coming.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. How have you been enjoying Ghana?
Wie hast du bis jetzt Ghana genossen?
Hey, Ghana is very nice. It's winter in Ghana.
Yes.
It's not too hot for him.
Yes. Good. But tell us a little about how it feels becoming an athlete. I mean, you have been an athlete for a long time, being a para cyclist. I mean, how is it feeling?
Ja, wie ist es? Du bist seit langer Zeit ein Athlet. Wie fühlt es sich an, ein Paracyclist zu sein?
Für mich ist es normal jetzt Para. Ich bin behindert und eigentlich ist für mich Para und das andere ja eigentlich normal.
So
Nichts Spezielles.
For him, you know, he accepts to be disabled, and for him, he's actually not separating between para and normal sports. It's at the end, it's all sports for him.
That is beautiful. That's very encouraging. We are also encouraged by that. But how does he combine the two? Isn't it difficult, para cyclist and then a ski racer as well?
Ja.
How the experience?
You understood?
Ja. Also ich konnte Skifahren, bevor ich fahren konnte. Ich bin richtig im Skigebiet aufgewachsen. Ich bin mit 3-Jährigen zuerst mal auf der Ski gewesen. Bin auch Skirennen gefahren, sehr lang. Habe Trainerausbildung im Ski-Alpin-Bereich. Und zum Trackcycling bin ich erst gekommen im 2017 mit der Amputation vom Bein.
So, you know, we grew up in the same region, so he grew up in the mountains as well.
Okay.
So he was skiing from 3 as well, and he has a big background in skiing. He was as well a coach. He was a member of the central organization. That's I can say that's very high level.
Wow.
And as well with Swiss ski, the highest level. So he has a huge background in skiing. And track cycling, he started after the injury, and he was injured in 2016. Not long ago.
Yeah.
And I was very unlucky. He was hurted when he was volunteering, actually.
Wow.
So this was just then his new focus.
Okay, interesting. But most of the time we have to deal with the stigma. We have to encourage people. Over the past 2 months, our show has focused a lot on para athletes and what they can do to also help society. There are people who do not even know what they can do just because they have some level of disability. And so we have been using the program to encourage people. I mean, how has he done that? Getting to focus on paracycling. How has he been able to come along with the reality and also encourage people to also do same?
Es ist ja, weißt, halt so etwas zu haben, ist ja nicht leicht, um mit dem umzugehen. Und sie haben jetzt viele Athleten da gehabt und sie haben so ein bisschen gefragt, ja, wie könnt ihr dann auch ihr Umfeld ermutigen und weißt, wie nimmst du das Ganze? Ich denke, du nimmst das einfach easy. Ja,
also ja, es ist vielleicht mit der ganzen Geschichte von meinem Unfall, es ist alles auf der Homepage geschrieben, leider in Deutsch. Ich mache dort keine Ausnahme, ich bin mit Kurzhosen unterwegs im Sommer. Mir ist es gleich, wenn das die Leute sehen. Und ich mache ganz normal Sport. Ich kann Leistungssport machen, das kann jeder, wenn er will. Es braucht einfach einen Willen. Der Wille zählt.
Das heisst, du tust eigentlich andere Parasportler motivieren, indem du eigentlich sagst, hey, wir haben gar nicht, wir sind ganz normal. Yeah, he has actually a special way to do that, because that's his character, because as I told before, for him, he's just normal. And he doesn't he goes like this with shorts, and if somebody doesn't like it, he doesn't care.
Yeah.
So and that's what he shows to other para sportlers. Like, hey guys, we're normal.
Yeah.
We are normal. I think that's a very nice way to give self-confidence to others.
Interesting. Okay. So he was part of the recent racing in the water in Hull. I mean, tell us about the experience.
Gestern die experience.
Also,
See him laughing.
Yeah. I can see you enjoying it.
Also gestern in Ho, das ist eine wunderschöne Geschichte. Ich habe dort sehr viele Leute kennengelernt. Ich durfte selber mitfahren mit einem Velo. Das Equipment hier in Ghana funktioniert. Man kommt von A nach B. Das Equipment bei mir, wo ich fahre, ist natürlich auf einem anderen Level. Eigentlich ist es gefährlich, was ich gestern gefahren bin. Also für meine Power, die ich habe. Aber ich bewundere die Athleten, die gestern Velo gefahren sind. Und das Schöne war, es sind alle offen. Die ganze Bevölkerung kommt, Fotos umarmen, es finde ich all gut. Also es war ein wunderschönes Erlebnis gestern.
So yesterday at the latest he fell in love with Ghana.
Okay.
Definitely. You know, he found it an amazing, beautiful day. He's still very impressed, and he loves the people because everybody was very open. Came to him asking questions, making pictures. So it was just a very, very beautiful day for him, and he hoped to be accepted like this, but he couldn't expect. And now what he was enjoying yesterday, that was way more than he ever expected. So he really fell in love in Ghana, and he wants to do everything for the country.
Beautiful. But how was the race itself?
Oh, maybe I forgot something. Yes, sorry. So the equipment, the race itself, he's very impressed about our athletes.
Okay.
But as well, he's sad a little bit with what equipment they have to work.
Yeah.
And that's one of the points he wants to help, and he will be able to help here. So he's super impressed how they perform with this material, because in Europe, with some of the bikes, you maybe wouldn't even go on the street, you know, like you and me, like normally, they were doing professional racing with this equipment. So this is really something that we saw, and that's something we want to work hard on it, to bring them better infrastructure, better material.
Okay. Now he met the Cycling Federation, the leadership, Dennis Moore, the others. They have been doing quite exceptionally well, looking at the resources that they have to be able to, push the federation as far as they can. Did you interact with them? Were you impressed with the work they have done so far as far as the federation is concerned? I understand the Glasgow competitions will be starting very soon, and they are preparing towards that. We will come there, but then I see impressed with the work the federation has done so far.
Gaat een beetje om Federation, wie lang haben wir schon so Kontakt und wie viel schaffen sie? Einfach kurz, und ich würde noch sagen, wegen dem Nationalwechsel, den ich dann anhänge.
Sie machen einen guten Job bei den Paras, also in der Federation. Ich kenne Athleten seit 2019, als ich in Holland war. Also ich habe dort einen Athleten getroffen von Ghana, er fährt mittlerweile nicht mehr. ja, sie machen einen guten Job, aber es ist noch sehr viel Potenzial da.
We are talking with Ghana Cycling since a long time because we are in the process to switch nationality for him. He wants really to race for Ghana.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, that's one of the main reasons we are here in Ghana now, and that we were at because he was invited by Ghana Cycling to come there because they want him to start for Ghana too. So we have full support from Ghana Cycling as well, from Paracycling and from Ghana Cycling, from the leaders there, from the president, really from everybody. So that's going to be a huge win-win situation because he wants to race for a country that respects him, that lets him just do the sports that he wants to do, that he loves to do. That was very difficult in Switzerland. You know, in Europe there's so many regulations as well and many athletes as well. So for him it was just like, hey, I love this sports and I want to maybe as well give something to others. And with that we know each other, so it was a perfect match then. And that's the process we're in now, and I hope that everything what we're doing now here will help to switch nationality very fast, because he would have loved to start in Glasgow. I think that's too short term. But next focus will be the African Para Games in, I think, January, right? Yeah, that's the next focus for sure. But as well, 24 are the Olympics, so he should start to qualify, etc. So we hope that we can push this process, that he can start for Ghana as soon as possible.
Wow. Ja, eigentlich der Fokus Ende Jahr in London oder in Manchester.
End of year there are some races in London and Manchester. Probably he can already start there.
Okay,
that would be amazing.
That's beautiful. But I mean, what's the inspiration? What's the motivation? Normally, I mean, you look at the systems in Europe. We even talking about equipment. Look at the equipment. We lack a little bit behind. And then he has a big background in Europe. All the equipment are there. The environment is very conducive for competition and all that. And then he wants to come to, of course, we are very happy and excited to receive him. We want to see him on TV competing with the flag of Ghana and all that. But I mean, what has the motivation been for him?
Yeah, that's a very good question. So, fragt auch, weil du kommst von der ersten Welt, du willst für ein Drittweltland starten. Warum? Was ist deine Motivation?
Ich kann hier etwas bewirken. Also ich kann Ghana helfen, ihren Behindertensport noch populär zu machen. Also nicht nur hier in Afrika, wir reden hier von der ganzen Welt. Es gibt Leute in der Welt aus dem Parasport, die kennen mich. Also ich habe Kontakt in Amerika, Holland, England, Deutschland. Mich kennt die Parasportszene auf der Bahn. Und wenn ich ein anderes Trikot fahre oder für ein anderes Land fahre, bin ich immer noch gleich Athlet und ich unterstütze das Land, ich repräsentiere das Land und ich will einfach unterstützen euch.
You know, he won't lose all the support or the connections in Switzerland, but he feels himself on a mission.
Okay.
He wants to help. He wants to give something to other athletes, and actually he wants to grow Paralympic sports in general, to make it more, more famous. And more famous means more sponsors for everybody. So he finds himself on a mission for everybody, because he had a lot of success already, and now having something more than sports as well, and that's this mission that fulfills him. That's what fulfills him.
Tell him that we're excited to have him to compete with Ghana.
Sie sind very, very aufgeregt, dich zu haben, und sie freut sich extrem, dich zu haben.
So what was the future for the sport? He wants to help. What are some of the things he's envisaging for the cycling sport in Ghana? He has talked about equipment and his readiness to support, but then, I mean, in the next few years, where does he think that coming in to support would take the sport of cycling?
Was denkst du, wenn du jetzt ein bisschen mittelfristig denkst, was denkst du, kannst du mit deinem Support den Sport fördern, wo ist er so in 3, 4 bis 5 Jahren mit deinem Support hier unten?
Also ich habe das Gefühl, was Langstrecken, also Ausdauerathleten sind, das ist Afrika, die können endlos lang. Und dann können wir sicher im Strassenvelo, ist jetzt nicht meine Kernkompetenz, sicher viel machen mit Material, mit allenfalls Trainings in der Schweiz. Ich meine, die Kontakte haben wir in der Schweiz zu Teams, dass wir dort trainieren können und den Bahnsport einfach pushen. Also dort haben wir die Möglichkeit, in Zürich wirklich zu trainieren mit meinem Team, dort. Hey, das ist offen, aber man muss irgendwann starten.
Yeah, that's it. You know, it's a little bit similar to the project that we have from the Ski and Sliding Federation. He as well wants to bring athletes to Switzerland to train, to be in these big centers, to use all these facilities, and I mean a big point will be the opening of the track cycling hall here in Accra.
Okay.
And besides what belongs to cycling on the streets, there as well he wants to bring athletes to Switzerland. It's not his main competence on the street, but he wants to help there too in order that the teams grow. So he thinks that we are able that in 3 to 5 years we will have bigger teams that are maybe, I don't want to see better educated, but differently educated, and especially with the material that allows them to really compete with the best. And that's so we are sure that we can help the development a lot, and definitely we set some goals. I mean, he was just talking about long distance racing, and the athletes, we have the athletes, but not the material. And this is something he wants to build up more on the streets. He wants to build up more long distance, and on the track, it's the track. It's more the sprinting.
Okay. I hope that whilst we focus on athletes, we are going to also have the opportunity to, better in quotes, educate the instructors, if you like, coaches, because that's a very important area. Instructions to give to athletes, exactly how they should behave, how they should compete, how they should train, and all that, so that they become better athletes. I hope there is a plan like that.
That's exactly what I want to do. That's exactly the plan. We bring coaches here, athletes can go there, and I mean, sports is not only sports. An athlete nowadays, it's about how you behave in your social life, how you deal with your nutrition, etc., etc. It's a really wide range, and this is all in our focus. We have coaches in nutrition, we have coaches just for the sports, we have social coaches, etc. And that's what we all want to bring here or bring them there to really profit from this and to be at the end a more complete athlete. That's the goal, to make complete athletes.
It's very interesting, and we're actually looking forward to having a very, very vibrant cycling federation with your support. We are very grateful for that, and we hope that in the next few years we are going to see the federation and the athletes, involved in some of these exchange programs and competing at the highest level. The track and cycling hall is a big plan.
Yeah, it's huge. And Halle da in Accra.
Das ist Hammer.
And it's a very professional. I was asking him about, how this hall is compared to other halls, and it's very, very good. It's Olympic. It's really, really amazing project. It's really a game changer.
So I want to find out, is there anything that he has seen apart from generally the equipment? Is there anything that he has seen since he came to Ghana to especially compete in hole that he would love that we do it better? A change, he would love to cause a change.
Weißt du, deine Eindrücke vom Rennen gestern, was hast du so gesehen? Weißt, was sie da unten könnten besser machen oder verbessern? Jetzt beim Racing, das Material wissen wir, da hast du sonst noch Sachen gesehen?
Also was ich staune, dass sie einfach den Alltagsverkehr laufen, also die Polizei und die Feuerwehr, das geht bei uns nicht. Das sind so Sachen, die natürlich für mich als Risiko sehr grosse Risiken sind auf der Straße. Und darum bin ich auch Bahnfahrer. Ich meine, auf der Bahn ist kein Verkehr, es fahren alle in die gleiche Richtung. Und, aber dort hat man sicher Potenzial, die Strassen, ja, das ist jetzt einfach so. Also,
I mean, next to the material, we were talking about that, this could be better, but we will help there. So there was one main point in the organization of the event, and that's the traffic. And I have to say, for me too, I was like 2 times like because the cars were still running, the TikToks and this, and then an athlete like this. So this is very, very dangerous for the athletes, and I think, I mean, in Switzerland this is not possible. The whole street is blocked for the security.
To allow the athletes to.
Yeah, I think there. I mean, we're lucky that there was no accident, but I mean, if we go on like this, there will be an accident for sure.
Exactly.
And I think there we should put more focus on security of the athletes.
That comes down to infrastructure. We were talking. We don't have enough. Unfortunately, I think we lost one cyclist. He used to be the captain for the Ghanaian national team, on our roads, and that's quite unfortunate. But I mean, it's very important. Infrastructure is very important. We hope that there is a huge plan to support infrastructure, so that we won't see our athletes competing with the vehicles on the road. That's quite scary. Okay. Thank you very much for that. And so he would like to see that one change, right?
Yeah. That's really something that scares him, and he really thinks that should be changed, and that's maybe, I don't know how. I think the police supports the Cycling Federation a lot, so but I think the streets have just to be blocked longer, or maybe one part of the street. I think there are options to
yes.
and that's really something he would like.
Now, specifically on para athletes, is there anything that he would love to bring on board? Because here we have a lot of challenges with our para athletes, how to even get them to compete at the highest level, and all that. Is there anything that he would love to bring on board so that, I mean, it would liberate our para athletes, it would encourage them to come out and come and compete?
Hast du dir etwas überlegen, wie du jetzt da den Parasport ein bisschen kannst fördern und vor allem Paraathleten könntest unterstützen? Sie haben ja, wie ich dir ja schon gesagt habe, ist ja schon ein normaler Athlet, hat schon ein schwieriges Leben, und ein Paraathlet natürlich noch mehr. Wie überlegst du dir, sie zu unterstützen? Oder auch, weißt du, die Expertise. Ich denke, jetzt gerade gestern hast du ja gesagt, weißt du, der Junge, der das Bike hat, und ich glaube, so solche Sachen meint er.
Ja, erstens auf einmal ist die Leute zu motivieren, Sport zu machen. Ich meine, wenn sie eine Behinderung haben, sind sie gleich ein vollwertiger Mensch.
Wie würdest du das machen?
Über meinen Kanal, Unterstützung natürlich über Organisationen. Es gibt Organisationen hier in Afrika, wo nicht Behinderte, egal was für die Art der Unterstützung, mit Prothesen, was ich kann bieten oder ich kann bieten. Ich meine, meine Kanäle sind nur positiv. Ich denke nur positiv, ich schaue nur vorwärts, ich mache keinen Unterschied. Und das ist wichtig, dass wenn einer Sport machen will, das spielt keine Rolle, ob er behindert ist oder nicht behindert. Wenn er will, kann er. Und einfach, es muss von ihm selber kommen. Das ist nicht nur bei uns so, das ist bei dir auch so. Wenn du nicht Skifahren kannst du ja keine Olympiade. Aber ich habe das Gefühl, mit meiner Aura, ich sage jetzt einmal so, mit meiner Stimme, dass man schon noch Leute motivieren kann, für Sport zu machen, für euch zu zeigen, schau, ihr könnt und ihr könnt in die ganze Welt raus mit dem Sport. Also ihr bleibt nicht nur in eurem Dörfli hocken, sondern ihr könnt, aber ihr müsst etwas geben dafür.
Yeah. I mean, there's 2 parts he sees. First of all, he's willing to give everything to encourage the athletes to do sports, and there has to be a will to do it as well, but he will open all his channels he will be available 24/7 for them on his channels, but as well coming here, making showcases, making events, making trainings with them. So he wants to be closer especially to them. And I think with his voice and his character and his story as well, he is an example for everybody, not only for Paralympic sportler, for every sportler with his story. He's an example. And that's what he wants to do. He wants to be personally here more as well, to make trainings with them, etc., etc. So it's a little bit a step-by-step procedure.
Well, Patrick Ifanga is a para-track cyclist. He's also a ski racer. And then, of course, I've had Carlos Maida. He's General Secretary for the Ghana Ski and Sliding Federation. Patrick, thank you very much for coming.
Thank you.
Of course, Carlos, we've been very excited having you both here. And we hope that we will meet again very soon and having more discussions like this.
We will
thank you guys for coming. This is Explosion. Thanks to you for staying. My name is Samuel Kusiapa. We'll come your way once again with more from the federations of the ski and sliding and of course cycling. Stay with us.